Don Quixote of the violin, Fritz Kreisler. Fritz Kreisler was a violinist whose sweet tone and richly expressive phrasing created a musical world uniquely his own. His artistry inspired such devoted admiration that an Australian radio manufacturer is said to have named his company after him. The Kreisler Radio Company, the owner adjusted the spelling slightly, just in case any legal complications might arise. Critics consistently rank Fritz among the greatest violinists of the 20th century. Yet alongside this lofty praise, he was equally known for one surprising trait: he famously disliked practicing. To this, Fritz offered a characteristic defense. Too much practice tires the brain, weakens the imagination, and dulls one's alertness. Music students who dislike practice may find comfort in his words, but his wife Harriet would sigh and remark, if Fritz practiced even a little more diligently, he could have been an even better musician. In short, Fritz was the bohemian and the Don Quixote of the music world, a man who loved music deeply, but did not wish to be bound by it. He once confessed the childhood dream he had cherished. When I was a boy, I had the strangest thoughts about my future. In the morning, I imagined performing surgery in the afternoon, playing chess in the evening, giving concerts, and at midnight winning battles as a noble soldier. He almost managed to live out this improbable dream. A childhood shaped by talent and bold parenting. Born in Vienna in 1875 to a Jewish family, Fritz was raised by a father who was a doctor by profession but also a capable amateur violinist. From him, Fritz discovered his love for the instrument. His parents encouraged his interest and sent him to lessons early on. His mother, too, was a remarkable figure. In 1882, when Fritz was only 7, she shaved a year off his age to enroll him, illegally, but successfully as the youngest student at the Vienna Conservatory. One can easily imagine what sort of determined mother she must have been. Fritz did not disappoint her ambition. By the age of 10, he won the conservatory's gold medal. In 1885, he entered the Paris Conservatory, and at 12, he triumphed over 40 competitors, most in their 20s, to win the Premier Grand Prix de Rome gold medal. Clearly, he possessed an extraordinary gift. After graduating, Fritz toured the United States beginning in 1888, hailed everywhere as a true prodigy. But when he returned to Austria a year later and applied to join the Vienna Philharmonic, he was rejected. The blow cut deeply and he began to drift. He abandoned music and entered medical school. Before long, he left and joined the army as an officer. But when he failed to receive a promotion, he left the military as well. Had he completed each of these endeavors, he might indeed have fulfilled the childhood fantasy he once described. But his gentle nature lacked the stubbornness to finish what did not truly matter to him. One day, reflecting on his troubled wandering, he acknowledged that the only thing that had ever brought him true success was the violin, and so he returned to it. This time, for the first time in his life, he practiced with patience and persistence. In 1899, he performed with the Berlin Philharmonic under Arthur Nikisch, marking the start of his second musical life. A life transformed, the American tour and Harriet. From 1901 to 1903, Fritz embarked on another American tour, a decisive turning point in his life. Through these performances, he secured his reputation as a world-class violinist, and just as importantly, met his lifelong partner, Harriet Lees. Harriet, a New Yorker and divorcee, was the daughter of a German-American tobacco merchant. In temperament, she was the exact opposite of Fritz. Where he was relaxed and easygoing, she was sharp, decisive, and precise. She became his manager, meticulously handling his schedule and guiding his career. Indeed, much of Fritz's success was thanks to her unwavering support, something he readily acknowledged. Before their marriage, Fritz had lived a rather carefree life, enjoying gambling and socializing with women. Harriet was the one who tightened the reins and set him firmly on the path of a true musician. A soldier's duty and a character revealed. An anecdote from his life reveals much about his character. When World War I erupted in 1914, he re-enlisted as an officer despite already being 40. He was wounded on the Eastern Front and discharged. after which he returned to America. According to his own story, he was trampled by the hooves of a Russian Cossack horse. When people criticized the military for sending an artist into battle, he replied, "It angers me when people say, 'Why could they take an artist and make him fight?' I am an Austrian. When war began, the last thing I thought of was the violin. Why should I claim exemption as an artist?" Yet, when the Nazis annexed Austria, Fritz could not remain indifferent. Faced with the threat of compulsory re-enlistment, he obtained French citizenship and later moved to America. One might think of Captain Von Trapp from The Sound of Music. The parallel is striking. The great musical hoax. Fritz was also a gifted pianist and composed many beautiful pieces. At the Vienna and Paris conservatories, he had studied composition under distinguished teachers such as Anton Bruckner and Jules Massenet, and yet it was composition that led him to commit a prank that would echo through music history. After composing numerous works, he published them under the names of long-dead composers, such as Wilhelm Friedemann Bach and Jean-Baptiste Cartier. In total, he used these borrowed identities for 17 pieces. When critics, unfamiliar with these supposed sources, asked where he had found such works, he casually answered, "I discovered them in a library." But in 1935, he finally admitted the truth. While preparing for publication in America, he told his publisher that he was the actual composer and requested that the works be printed under his own name. Critics were indignant, but Fritz offered a disarming explanation. "At the time, I wanted to expand my programs, and it felt shameless and tasteless to have my name appear endlessly. Whereas most people would plagiarize others' works and claim them as their own, Fritz had done precisely the opposite." Critics may have felt deceived, but it was difficult to condemn him morally. Retirement, generosity, and legacy. Fritz officially retired in 1950, though he continued to give charity concerts thereafter. He is remembered as the musician who performed the greatest number of charity concerts in the world, a testament to his generous spirit. After being injured on the Russian front, he was touring the United States when America entered World War I in 1917. Because Austria and the US became enemies, he ceased performing. Yet he continued sending money to Austria. When critics accused him of aiding the enemy, he explained that the funds were for war orphans, widows, and his elderly father. Who could blame him after that? Fritz died in 1962 at the age of 86. Fortunately, because he lived during the era of early recording technology, we can still hear his performances today. Whenever one listens to Kreisler, a warmth arises. His gentle nature seems to permeate every phrase. He was also famous for his tall tales. He once boasted that in Butte, Montana, a man pointed a gun at him and demanded he play Bach. So he did. Whether true or not, it is impossible to resent him for such exaggerations. Why is it that people like Don Quixote, romantic souls tilting at windmills, sometimes bring the spark our rigid society so desperately needs?
It's time to study new words in context. 1. Artistry. Definition: skill or imagination in creating something beautiful, especially in the arts. Example: the pianist's artistry made the audience feel as if the music were alive. 2. Legal complications. Definition: problems that arise because of laws or official rules. Example: they had to sign extra documents because of legal complications with their marriage papers. 3. Lofty. Definition: very high in quality, spirit, or position, noble or impressive. Example: she spoke about her lofty goals for improving education. 4. Bohemian. Definition: someone who lives freely and artistically, often ignoring traditional rules or expectations. Example: his bohemian lifestyle included late-night music, travel, and little concern for schedules. 5. Prodigy. Definition: a young person with exceptional talent or ability. Example: at age 12, she was already a math prodigy solving university-level problems. 6. Endeavor. Definition: an effort or attempt to do something challenging. Example: writing a novel is a difficult endeavor. but she worked on it every day. 7. Embark. Definition: to begin a major journey or project. Example: he decided to embark on a new career after graduating. 8. Temperament. Definition: a person's natural attitude, personality, or emotional nature. Example: her calm temperament helped her stay steady during stressful situations. 9. Meticulously. Definition: in a very careful and exact way, paying close attention to detail. Example: he meticulously checked every line of the report before sending it. 10. Unwavering. Definition: steady and firm, not changing or weakening. Example: her unwavering support helped him through the most difficult times. 11. Carefree. Definition: free from worry, responsibility, or stress. Example: they enjoyed a carefree afternoon at the beach with no plans at all. 12. Trampled. Definition: crushed or injured by being stepped on, usually by a person or animal. Example: the flowers were trampled after the crowd walked through the garden. 13. Indignant. Definition: feeling angry because something seems unfair or insulting. Example: she felt indignant when she was blamed for a mistake she did not make. 14. Disarming. Definition: charming in a way that removes fear, anger, or suspicion. Example: his disarming smile made even his critics soften toward him. 15. Whereas. Definition: a word used to show a contrast between two facts or situations. Example: she loves classical music, whereas he prefers jazz. 16. Plagiarize. Definition: to copy someone else's ideas or writing and pretend it is your own. Example: students must be careful not to plagiarize when they write research papers. 17. Testament. Definition: something that proves or shows the truth of a fact, quality, or belief. Example: his success is a testament to years of hard work and patience. 18. Permeate. Definition: to spread through something and be present everywhere within it. Example: the smell of fresh bread permeated the entire house. 19. Tall tales. Definition: exaggerated or unbelievable stories told for humor or dramatic effect. Example: his tall tales about surviving wild adventures always made his friends laugh. 20. Resent. Definition: to feel upset or angry because something seems unfair or hurtful. Example: he began to resent his coworker for taking credit for his ideas.
Comprehension questions. 1. Who was Fritz Kreisler, and what distinguished his violin playing? Answer: he was a world-renowned violinist known for his sweet tone and richly expressive phrasing, creating a unique musical style of his own. 2. Why did an Australian radio manufacturer name his company Kreisler? Answer: the owner admired Fritz Kreisler and named the company after him, slightly altering the spelling to avoid legal issues. 3. What unusual attitude did Fritz have toward practicing the violin? Answer: he disliked practicing and believed that too much practice tired the brain, weakened imagination, and dulled alertness. 4. How did Fritz's wife, Harriet, respond to his dislike of practicing? Answer: she felt that if Fritz practiced even a little more, he could have been an even better musician. 5. What childhood dream did Fritz describe that hinted at his imaginative personality? Answer: he dreamed of being a surgeon in the morning, a chess player in the afternoon, a concert violinist in the evening, and a victorious soldier at midnight. 6. How did Fritz enter the Vienna Conservatory at the age of 7? Answer: his mother lied about his age to get him admitted as the youngest student. 7. What major achievement did he earn at the Paris Conservatory at age 12? Answer: he won the premier Grand Prix de Rome gold medal, defeating 40 older competitors. 8. What major setback did he face after touring the United States as a prodigy? Answer: he was rejected by the Vienna Philharmonic, which deeply wounded him and sent him into a period of wandering. 9. What two career paths did Fritz attempt before returning to music? Answer: he entered medical school and later joined the military as an officer. 10. What event marked the beginning of Fritz's second musical life? Answer: His 1899 performance with the Berlin Philharmonic under Arthur Nikisch. 11. Who was Harriet Lees, and what role did she play in his life? Answer. She was a New Yorker he met during his American tour. She became his wife and manager, stabilizing his life and helping guide his career. 12. What unusual circumstance led to Fritz's military service during World War I? Answer. He voluntarily re-enlisted as an officer at age 40 and was later injured, allegedly by a Cossack horse. 13. Why did Fritz publish his own compositions under the names of long-dead composers? Answer. He felt it would be shameless to repeatedly put his own name on programs, so he used older composers' names instead. 14. How did he respond when critics later accused him of deception? Answer. He shrugged it off, saying, "The name changes, the value remains." 15. What quality of Fritz's playing still resonates with listeners today? Answer. The warmth of his tone. Listeners often feel as though his gentle personality is woven into every note.